This video covers the IGCSE Biology Objective 9.2.9 on the 2025 CAIE syllabus to explain the importance of the septum. So now if you remember, the septum is the wall that is between the ventricles, and this wall is a very thick muscular wall. Now, as I showed you in a previous video, there are certain animals that do not have the septum. Things like amphibians do not have the septum. Things like reptiles have a partial septum. Birds and mammals are going to have this septum. It's a very efficient way of getting oxygenated blood to where it needs to go. So the purpose of the septum, this thick wall, is to prevent the oxygenated and deoxygenated bloods from mixing. So why is this important? Well, let's just take a look at this reptilian heart here and look at how the blood is flowing through and mixing to a certain degree. The oxygenated blood, instead of getting all of it getting pumped to the body, can get pumped back into the lungs. And that's going to make the heart work harder to get oxygen to body tissues. So in order to prevent the heart from overworking, the septum is there to prevent the oxygenated blood from getting back into the other side of the heart and then going into the pulmonary artery and going to the lungs. Some of the blood is not going to get the oxygen that has been breathed in. Why? Because oxygen is already sitting on those red blood cells, and back they go into the heart again. Meanwhile, some of the blood has gone to the body tissue, but not all of it. So now there is a lack of oxygenated blood efficiently getting oxygen to all the cells of the body, and so the heart's going to be working harder. So the system of the septum is for the heart to have to work less to get oxygen to the body. Now, in other animals like amphibians and reptiles, they have other mechanisms in their bodies that help to offset this lack of efficiency of their heart. But for birds and mammals, this is required so that the diffusion of oxygen into the body cells to do respiration is at its most efficient.